was it that out of the House meetings the topic of education came up as a subject, or was it that educational facilities came up as a subject? And
Education.
if so, okay.
Well, it was a deficiency of our kids being educated, not being able to pass the standardized tests. So what can we do? And as we know, the facility can, how can I say, deficiency in the facilities can impact learning. And so when we visited the schools, what they did was took a look at all the deficiencies and then just prioritized those deficiencies, and those were the top 5 that came out.
So structurally, within a group like Durham CAN, what translates that broad goal of education and lack of success into the priorities that we heard today? Was that a strategy team or a subcommittee, or kind of who makes those calls?
It was a strategy team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say to what School Board Member Kane said? It was a pretty direct response to this idea that the education itself isn't working. And I know from my own perspective, we've got badly segregated schools by income, and Wake County is saying that that's the core problem. That you have a poor school and a rich school, and one is going to succeed and one's going to fail. Was that a topic at all of conversation, or that wasn't a focus?
That wasn't a focus. But we do know that schools that's in low poverty areas do not do as well as schools that's in more affluent areas, and that's because of resources and tools that they have. Yeah. With the appropriate tools, all kids can probably perform at the same level with the appropriate tools. But without the assistance, you'll have that deficiency.
Are there differences in the skill level or the seniority of teachers between schools that are traditional high performers and traditional low performers?
We didn't look at that.
Yeah.
We didn't look at the administrative piece of it. We were looking mostly at the facilities.
Okay. And that was a decision by the strategy team to say, was it because you thought facilities is something that's tangible, it's something that you can achieve real successes in, or because it was thought to be a core driver of educational attainment?
It's a core value of education, and it just jumps out at you. I mean, when you walk on campus, you can just see it. Or if you talk to students and staff, that's what comes out.
And did you find any correlation as to which schools had more facility problems? Were they more of the schools that had challenges with high free and reduced lunch or high non-native English speaking populations, or was it just a random walk?
We did a random walk. We didn't want to identify school to school. What we did was put all the information together and then came up with the priorities from all of the schools, and not to identify one school over another.
Okay, so you didn't find that schools that were having lower test scores had worse facilities than the schools that had better test scores?
We didn't do that.
You didn't? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that forthcoming in a report from Durham CAN, or you're looking at more of raising the broad base of facilities?
More broad base.
Okay.
Because, if we get equity, if we get to a benchmark where all the schools are at the same level, of course, the more affluent schools can go above the benchmark, but at least everybody will be at the same level.
Yeah.